Well, I guess I'll start with this symbol. In 1993, in New Westminster, British Columbia, I received a big, large brown envelope, very large, with a lot of papers in it, and two crystals known as odd pink and dilithium by William Warren, Fort Worth, Texas. Well, I was kind of fascinated by it. Fascinated by this whole thing. Odd pink dilithium crystals. It mentions such things as the Mansfield weapon and all types of different things, which I'm trying to remember exactly all about it. Kind of like PSI, psychotronics, weird effects, and that, which I read. I mentioned to Yin, who was with me at the time, and she read it and looked at the crystals and said, "Don't ever tell anybody," which unfortunately I did. Somebody in Philadelphia, a minister who wanted to come out and look at them, Ian said, "Well, John, just put them away and tell them that they're gone. You no longer have them," which I did do. Why do we mention Ted Usher? Because in 1997, the New Westminster Police got involved. Constable Ted Usher had a witness, Gene Manning, got a phone call. "John, would like to see you down at the police station in New Westminster," which I did attend with Gene Manning and sat down and, well, gee, some questions and that kind of stuff, as well as, do you know anything about this? And I recognize some of the documents as known as odd pink, the crystals. Anyway, I did, and Constable Ted Usher, Criminal Investigation Services, CIS, mentioned that at an abandoned Air Force base known as Montauk, a package was delivered for me in my name. And NYPD, before they returned it, took a water cannon to it because it thought it was a kind of explosive device. As we talked, I mentioned, well, I got all kinds of strange mails and things like that. And Constable Ted Usher mentioned, well, okay, well, we don't know what it all means either, basically. And he, for some reason, he seemed to have the documents there, which I seen them, and I mentioned dilithium and other things like that. So somebody sent a package of some kind to why Montauk, I have no idea. It's an abandoned Air Force base known as Hero something or other. I forget what it is all about. But it's kind of the fame of a couple of folks that made it into a big story, Preston Nichols and Al Bielek. Why they did that, I have no idea, which indicates to me something odd going on there. But there was videos shown to me by Pierre Sinclair in Vancouver, Canada, that Preston Nichols took himself of these radio receivers, which I'd never seen before, explaining that they're used in mind control and all this kind of stuff. And I have never seen the videos ever again anywhere on YouTube or anywhere else. Anyway, moving along. So anyway, I said to Constable Ted Usher, "Can you send me the file on this? It sounds like a fun file." He said, "Okay, I will," but he never did. Anyway, on to the next photo. So the odd pinks, going back in time now, before what year was that? 2002, I believe. I showed them to a friend of mine, these odd pinks, because I had them in storage for a while in my apartment. And they seem to affect people. This is some of the emails from different people. And it affected women very strongly. Women would look after them, build a terrarium for them, this kind of thing. This got pretty weird. Marianne Miller, Lee Denise, Nicole Whitney, News for the Soul, James the Truth Seeker. Others were involved, and I was observing all this. It didn't seem to affect me, these two odd pink thumbnail-sized pink crystals. A lot of literature on it. Haroldine Lithium Laboratories, Borderland Sciences people, the Mansfield weapon, some kind of weapon by using these crystals. And, well, let's go on to the next picture then. These are some of the emails that I got over the years as I brought up the topic odd pink. So, to ask questions about it, do you remember? Peter Williams, formerly of CNN, and Nicole Whitney were filming in my apartment. Oh my goodness, what year was that? 2004 or something like that? And they noticed that the camera was acting funny in regards to the odd pinks. And Peter Williams just said, well, that's kind of odd, isn't it? And let's go on to the next picture. I guess somehow I sent this off to a friend of mine. He has a folder called Odd Pink. Very fascinating. So he's got, hopefully he still has this stuff. 2016 I wrote him about it. Because I get questions about it once in a while, and I have no documents. Do I have any documents? I don't think so. I would have to go through them all and see, but anyway, let's go on to the next picture. Now, William Warren and others odd pinks out in Vancouver report by Ted Usher of the U.S. Police Department witness sometimes blah 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 non-scientist right to. I guess I wrote this. Something about Russian scientists. Yeah, this is the time dilation in Antarctica as well as Booker Bay incident. Written up by Dr. Hal Pudoff and Paul Devereaux. International Consciousness Laboratories Incorporated or something like that. ICRL. Project number 9502. Can't find any information on it. But I did get from Booker Bay, Australia, all the paperwork from Mr. Harrington, who lived there. And that I gave to a friend Alec, who I don't know if he still has it or not, but it showed magnetometer readings, also metals turned soft, odd effects in midair, a natural effect going on that's covered by Channel 4 News. So all this interesting stuff gets lost in time and totally lost. I like bringing it back for fun. Anyway, let's go on to the next picture. This is from another person. I took him down to Los Angeles one time. I remember the pink crystal that you mentioned that never ran out of energy. You gave me one when you were staying with my house. Yeah, there is a time on Earth God got caught up in one of them and disappeared. As did the guy who I was out on a date with when it happened. He was afraid as it happened. I wish this, I don't know, how can I get this smaller? Like that? John, remember the odd crystals you mentioned, blah, blah, blah. Okay, you can read this yourself then. Interesting. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Now, I did a similar video. Let's see if I can get this in focus. The lithium mystery. This is no longer on YouTube, although YouTube eliminated 9,000 videos of mine, by the way. Let's go on to the next. Okay, now back to dilithium. This is written up by William Warren, who gave me the crystals. Can we get this in focus? And you just type in odd pink. Okay. Anyway, I skipped over a lot of details on a lot of information. I just put this out just for the fun of it and see what would happen if anybody even knows anything about it. The odd pink dilithium crystals mystery. Might bring up some memories for folks who might even see this video. I don't know. So, anyway, it created even interdimensional explosions. in an apartment, believe it or not, according to Lee, who was playing with them, and created a huge effect. She was putting water on them and something happened. So I don't know. I really don't know the answer. I just realized you can get these pictures in focus a little bit here. Yes, we did do strange things with the stones. I have no idea if we did anything to cause this and why and now and why just me. Doesn't make sense. Anyway, you can read this, take a screenshot of it, give your opinion on what this is all about. But many people have handled these stones, including a journalist, Nicole Whitney, News for the Soul TV. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now and just upload this.